everyone, I am Ellie and I'm going to start with the latest update in train. In Mexico, tariffs had new adjustments in key products. The goal was to protect national industry and balance costs against international competition. The exchange affected imported carriers and any operation where costs moved faster than the port weather. And to understand this context better, the following segment talks about Incoterms, the Panama Canal, port infrastructure, and the weather. We continue with more information.
Hi guys! Did you know that in recent years, Incoterms have played a very important role in international trade? These terms created with the International Chamber of Commerce have served to clearly explain which part of the deal falls to the buyer and which to the seller. Thanks to them, it has become easy to who paid for transport, who was responsible for insurance, and what point the goods paid from one party's responsibility to another. Insurance that everything is clearly defined to avoid confusion between the parties. Some Incoterms were established only for shipments by sea, while others worked for any type of transport. In general, the upscale companies communicate better, contracts to be drawn up faster, and international trade to be clearer and more organized.
Hello, I'm Emily. Today I talk about the drought affecting the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal is one of the most important waterways in the world. Thousands of ships use it every year to move goods between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. However, in the last months, the canal has had a very strong drought. The water levels in the lakes that feed the canal are now very low. Because of this, the Canal Authority has had to limit the number of ships that can pass each day. Some ships also need to reduce their cargo so they can cross safely. These limits cause long waiting times, delay in deliveries, and higher shipping costs.
Today we bring you a quick report on how Mañanera in the port of Veracruz has changed over the years. In the past, the port used very basic tools. Workers relied on small forklifts, old cranes, and manual lever to move the cargo. Operations were slower and ships often waiting longer to load and unload their goods. Today the situation is very different. The port of Veracruz now uses modern equipment such as gantry crane, mobile harbor crane, and reach stacker. This machinery allows workers to handle containers faster and more safely. Technology also helps track cargo in real time, improve efficiency across the terminal. With these advances, the port of Veracruz becoming more competitive and continue to increase its capacity every year. Reporting for today's update.
Good afternoon, this is your marine forecast at the port of Veracruz. Today conditions are expected to be fairly calm. According to the latest reports, winds are coming from the south-southwest ranging from 14 to 24 kilometers per hour, which could produce gentle chop around the breakwaters. Wave highs are modest, around 2 to 3 feet, indicating a light to moderate sea state. The skies over Veracruz are mostly clear and the air temperature is around 27 Celsius, creating a warm but stable maritime environment. At this time, there is no forecasted storm activity, so navigation should be relatively smooth. However, vessels' crews should always remain alert to changes and pilots are reminded to maintain standard safety protocols. This has been your marine weather briefing. Back to the studio.